Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the Alfred.e22racing podcast, coming to you from the RV here in Colorado. I just went on a trip with my friends, and I'm filming this in the RV. Kind of out of breath because I just ate 2 scoops of ice cream, and there was a lot of ice cream, and I did some push-ups to try to make it go down. It was not a good idea, but anyway, welcome to episode 8 of the podcast, everybody. I'll put up a couple pictures of the scenery, and yeah, welcome to episode 8. So hello again, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the podcast. So I just did that intro in Colorado. I was on a trip with my friends. Had a good time. We got to see mountains and such and trees. So yeah, it was a really good trip, and the RV kind of broke down twice on the trip, just like it did earlier. Here's a quick reminder of what happened in the RV earlier. Wow. Told you it was going up there. So yeah, but it was fine. We got home safe. The battery died on us once, and then I was able to jump start it, and then I don't know what happened the second time, but everything worked out. So that was my trip to Colorado. Now let's go into our recent racing updates. So right after I released the last podcast, we went and raced at Hallett, and I was the fastest car on Saturday, but one of the bolts broke in the steering system, and it messed up my steering completely. It was terrible to drive. So we got second on Saturday, and then Sunday we put some tires. We put our old tires on, and I ended up running my personal best lap time in the morning, which was kind of funny. So we stayed on those tires the rest of the day. Ended up winning that race by like 12 seconds. It was a great day. There's a few pictures from that race. Wow, how much did I run? I couldn't do that. It was probably one of the best races I've had in a legend car. Just went out and dominated, so that was good. We had a go-kart race at NTK, and then brake fluid decided to spill all over my visor, so I couldn't see, and then I kind of went off the racetrack. So that was kind of on me and on the kart, so that kind of sucked, but that leads us into Houston, so I'll go a little bit more in-depth in Houston than I have the last couple race I just talked about. So Houston in the modified, we didn't get to practice on Friday, but Saturday practice, first one, we were decently fast, and then we qualified 6th. Race starts in the mod, I'm in 6th pretty much the whole time, and then I was able to get past one guy for 5th, and then toward the end of the race I was able to run down another car who was about almost a full straightaway in front of me. So then I got under him, was able to make the pass on him, so I was able to make 2 green flag passes in that mod race, which was pretty good for me. First time I ever made a pass in the mod. So we made 2 passes, and it was pretty good. So legend car, that's where all the fun starts. So first practice, we didn't put the transponder on, so I have no clue where we were. But second practice, we went out, which was also qualifying. I lost the pole by 0.007. To my friend Austin. I was kind of mad at him, not going to lie, but I have no reason to be mad at him. I'm just mad at myself that we didn't drive fast enough. So he started on pole, I started outside pole. Initial start, I stay in second, then if first yellow comes out, then I have the choice to either go to the inside or the outside on the restart. So in NASCAR, what they do is they have the choose rule. So what you do is you can either choose to go to the bottom of the line or the top line on the restart. So I chose the top, took a gamble, was fighting for the lead, and then I ultimately lost the fight, but then, well, this happened.
They're side by side for the lead. Oh, look at that. Halfway home in your top 2 rows, side by side. All race fans, watch this race right here. Here you go. Oh, here comes Stephen Bell looking to the inside. Oh, knock, knock. Who's there? Stephen. Oh, no. Stephen Bell to the inside of Austin Call. Oh, trouble.
So that put me in the lead, so I was able to stay in the lead of the legend car race for the remainder of the event, and I got the win. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, first win at Houston over a year and a half. I almost started crying in the helmet, and then I'll go ahead and put my interview up so you can watch what I had to say after the race.
Got a chance to catch it. He looks tired. He looks worn out. Right here to the left of the TV, you'll see me. All right, man, tell me about it. Looks like you started on the outside, hung out on a couple of restarts, a little carnage around you, and then bam, here you are, Rally Auto Parts, Victory Lane. Tell me about the race tonight, man.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start crying in there. So yeah, initial start, also got a win second, stayed there, then we got a yellow there, and then that really helped me out, man. So my dad told me, see everybody don't win, so I went to the outside, hoping next time happen, and then I guess the leaders took care of themselves, drove with the win, and stayed in front. That was a hard one, but I would finally did it.
So is this the first one? Is this the first one for you here at the ACP Oval?
Second, first one was last May, but it's been a long time, so it feels really good.
Been a long time, huh? Well, who are you got to thank to get you here? Obviously, your dad has been your number one cheerleader right here. He was
boy! Yeah!
That thing was a hot rod tonight, dude.
Yeah, first off, thank you, Jesus. Finally got this one. Mom and Dad, everything you do for me, sacrifice a lot, you down here. Build performance, they built this car, first win in the Grey Ghost, how I called it. Good looking race car. And yeah, Robert, he led me my coach, helped me out, James, TIR helped me out. And yeah, and one more thing, everybody, y'all can go follow my Instagram, Alfred.e22racing. Be really appreciated. And thank you for coming out.
All right, here's the man, double ADC, as I like to call him, Alfred.
Hey, Alfred! Joey Logano won the race! Oh my gosh, he won! Let's go!
So that was the interview. My dad said I was more excited that Joey Logano won the Cup race that night than I was winning my own race. But it was a great night in Houston, probably one of the best Saturday nights of my life, and I was glad to be able to get away with the win. And then also last weekend we were in Houston. I was coaching Camden, who I've previously mentioned earlier, at Speed Sports, like 30 miles from HMP. He did really well the whole weekend. Then there was a penalty that was really questionable. I don't know why they gave him a penalty personally, but it is what it is. And then in the final, well, something messed up in his carburetor, so he was really slow. But that wasn't on him. It was his car. He wasn't slow because of his driving. He was slow because of his go-kart. Let me make that abundantly clear. The go-kart was messed up.
It's terrible. Drives like a pig.
Oh, you can't say that.
Why not?
It's a Ferrari! It's a box.
But you live and learn, so hopefully next time we work with him, we give him a faster go-kart so he can actually go run better in the final. And they also came out to watch my race at HMP, so here's a couple pictures. One of them is me picking him up after I won the Legend Car race. I don't think he liked that very much, but it made for a good picture. So those are our recent racing updates. And another thing that happened, we had a meet and greet at La Tortilandia here in Fort Worth. So here are a bunch of pictures from that. So we brought one of the Legend cars down so that way people could come look at it, because most people I know who know I drive Legend cars have never actually seen one in person. So we brought one to La Tortilandia, who they have sponsored me before, so that way they can get more business in the door. And then I think we had about 75 people show up, which was great. So they got to walk around, look at my Legend car, got to answer a bunch of questions, and it was a good time. Moving on to our next segment, the sponsorship segment. And as you may be wondering why I have changed clothing, it is because it is a new day. It has taken me 2 days to film this, but I'm going to finish it right now. So anyway, sponsorship is absolutely everything in racing. So here on this sheet, I'm going to put up a list of different things you can sponsor us with. It includes entry fees, tires, gas. Any of that would be greatly appreciated, because the more sponsorship dollars we get, the further our budget can stretch. And thank you to everybody who's already sponsored me. It is greatly appreciated. So now we're going to go on to the Diecast segment. So Joey Logano just won at Richmond this past weekend. So I have his 2 Richmond race win diecast here. So first one is his 2017 Richmond win. This was his 300th career Cup Series start, and he got the win. Unfortunately, I don't remember what happened, but they got disqualified for something. Or not disqualified, but they didn't get points, so he didn't make the chase. And 2017 was just a bad year for Joey Logano, but he's won 3 championships since then, so everything's okay. But yeah, good looking race car. So yeah, and then we have his 2014 Richmond wins. So this was the famous battle at Richmond. Here's a quick clip of that battle.
Playing defense.
Here he goes.
Joe
He's
Gibbs.
there.
They're both there. But Keselowski has the spot on the outside.
Gordon had to check up. He bumped into the back of Matt, and that allowed the 2 to get to the outside. But here comes the 22 on the bottom.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth almost got in too deep. He's going to pay the price.
Whoa, hang on to her, buddy. That 2 car was all over the place.
He almost got turned around as his teammate Logano guns for the lead and takes Gordon with him.
Logano goes to the lead.
And Jeff Gordon is there. He is under and past Matt Kenseth.
Whoa! The 2 just gave the 20 a huge shot.
And here comes Kyle Busch on the inside.
Look at this.
And he has those 4 fresh tires, Kyle Busch has them.
Logano, the kid from Connecticut, comes from 4th on the final restart, and he is going to win the Battle of Richmond.
He just drove past everybody and got the win, and you may be wondering why there are white tires back here. It's because he kind of blew out his tires doing burnouts on the way to victory lane, so they had to change the tires, and they put his teammate Brad Keselowski's tires on there, because if you saw in the video, he had white rims, so that is why there are white rims on the back. Yeah, this one's actually autographed. I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. It was already autographed, so really good looking race car. This was like his 5th career win, so pretty early on in his Cup career. So anyway, that brings us into our racing past. So last time I talked about my racing past to the end of 2022. So now I'm going to talk about the beginning of 2023. So I'll split it up. I'm going to do like the first January through March of 2023. So January, in karting, I moved to senior. We had some good runs in senior. Got a couple podiums out of it. And that's pretty much all that happened in karting. We were pretty fast right off the bat. And then I did my first legend car race in February. So we flew out to New Mexico. I did a couple days of training in the Miata and the legend car. And I did my first race. And that is the most nervous I've ever been in my life for anything. Because I was freaking out. So then the race day comes, and then let me back up a little bit. So on Saturday, I kind of destroyed the starter because I spun out, and then, well, nobody told me you're supposed to press in the clutch whenever you spin out in the legend car, because it's a motorcycle engine. If the starter goes backwards or something, the wheels go backwards, destroy the starter. I was not told that, so I spun out and destroyed the starter, but it got fixed, so it all worked out then. Had my first race. I ran okay, didn't crash, didn't hit anyone, and that was that. And then karting, nothing of note really. Nothing noteworthy really happened in karting in March or February. No, I take that back. This happened in karting in February. We were racing at Speed Sport, and one guy spun out and he drove straight as I was coming, and then it kind of destroyed the frame. So that's what this destroyed frame looked like right here. So that was our one thing that happened in karting. We did a regional race at Speed Sport. It was definitely an experience. We had a decent run at 206. We kind of missed the setup because it started raining on us. So yeah, we were a little bit off there. And then the KA, something else happened. Oh yeah, my tire went flat in the final. That's what happened, yeah. So that was not good. So there was a lot of potential left in the weekend, but unfortunately the tire went. Just a bunch of stuff out of our control happened that weekend. But in the legend car, I went to Hallett for the first time in March as well. So it was a lot of fast cars there, and I did not have a clue what I was doing. First practice, I was 20 seconds off. Then we got down to 14. Then we got down to like 6 by the end of the first day. And then by the time the weekend finished, we were like 5 seconds off. So it was a lot of learning. I mean, I remember one time during that weekend, I went out on the track with my coach Robert in the golf cart. And then he's telling me to show him the line. And I wasn't doing a very good job of that because apparently I was not very good at driving golf carts at that point in time. It's kind of what I remember. But here's a few pictures from that weekend. That was my first Hallett weekend. I learned a lot. It was a really good experience. And that's the first quarter of the 2023 season. Next time, I'll talk about April through, probably August of the 2023 season. So stay tuned for episode 9. Now we have reached our final segment, which is Al's Antics. So here is what my dad has sent me to put in the podcast this week.
No cussing.
Okay, so Alfred's got his fancy podcast, and I have my podcast. So I want to introduce you to somebody that taught me a lot, to go against the grain, to not just accept what everybody tells you. That's Mr. Lee Knox. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
That's Lee Knox. He comes up with the most harebrained, crazy ideas, and they always work. So guess where I learned it? That's his daughter, Haley. She's nice. And of course, we got Alfred and Gabby and Angel. So anyways, word up, Lee Knox. Yay!
So he did that video with the one, the only Lee Knox. Lee Knox has lots of crazy ideas. I mean, most of them work. So, I mean, I don't know. Are they so crazy if they work? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. So he has crazy ideas and they work a lot of the time. So thank you, Dad, and thank you, Lee, for making an appearance. It is greatly appreciated. So that will do it for this episode of the podcast. Be sure to stay tuned for episode 9. I'll probably be releasing it a little bit before Labor Day. So stay tuned. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you'll have a great day.